कनेक्शन के लिए इट्स नॉट देयर। ये किसका है? ये अभी लैपटॉप के लगा है, चार्जिंग लैपटॉप। हरे कृष्ण। तो एक और प्लग है वहाँ पे। ये तो क्या है? दूसरा है। वहाँ पे तो इसका वेयर इज द प्रोजेक्टर? आ जाइए देखो इस आगे मोबाइल पे
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, 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 भक्ति जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, भक्ति जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीरावन चारी, यमुना तीरावन चारी, श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री गौर निताई की, श्री प्रभुपाद की, हमारे गौर भक्तवृंद की, जय गौर प्रेमानंदी। ओम ज्ञानपूरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णकृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्तुषे नमः। हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। भक्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nakshaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavati Tamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiti Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Let us welcome His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu with 3 loud enthusiastic. Prabhuji has been a witness from when we were 5 people, and Prabhuji is witnessing when we are some people now. So Prabhuji has seen the whole journey and has been a great inspiration and a great guide in many, many ways. So we are very grateful for Prabhuji for coming here. After a long time, Prabhuji is coming for a Sunday feast, almost after 2 years. Though he came here, he slowly addressed the leaders, but we all lead his association. So very grateful, Prabhuji. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you. You all can see the sloka here. Sri Shuka Uvacha Gopavriddha Mahotpatam Anubhuya Brihatmane Nandadaya Samagamya Jagadarya Mamantrayam. This is a very beautiful section of Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the 10th canto, 11th chapter, 21st verse. So, this is something happening in Vrindavan, in Gokul Mahavan. This is a section from that side. When anybody knows Parjanya, whom did he make as the king of Vrindavan? Who knows? Raja Parjanya, yes? Whom did he make? Huh? Upananda. So he was planning to make Upananda as the king of Raja, but Upananda refused to accept it. He said, amongst our 5 brothers, there is one brother who gives happiness to everybody in Vrindavan. Who is that? So he said, I would prefer that Nanda becomes the king. And among the 5 brothers, Nanda's number was what? He was first or second or third or fourth or fifth? Yeah? He was third. He was third. Middle brother. So he was the middle brother. So generally the Agraj Putra, one who is the eldest, becomes the king, correct? No? But Upananda suggested that Nanda should be the king. So the very meaning of the word Nanda means one who gives pleasure, one who gives happiness to everybody. So because father and brothers, everybody insisted, Nanda agreed. Okay, if all of you order me, I will accept this role for service. The role of a leadership is not for control. It is for rendering service. It is to facilitate the members of a community, to render service to them. So I will accept it, he said. Then at one point of time, as it says here, Gopavriddha Mahotpatan, there were very great dangers in Vrindavan. Now the list of those dangers are given from the next shloka onwards. Like one Rakshasi came, smearing her breast with poison and wanted to feed Krishna and kill him. And then she grew into 12-mile long body, and terrible, that was one of the terrible things Vrindavan was faced. After that, one Shakatasura tried to crush Krishna under the cart, isn't it? Then a Trinavarta, who was a whirlwind demon, he wanted to take Krishna zoom, 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 zoom into the sky. And they fell by God's grace, he came back. Krishna was brought back. Then there was also a great danger. 2 big trees, Tamalajuna trees, they fell off. They got broken and fell. And Krishna and covered boys were just around the tree. So not one of them got any scratch in their body also. It's only by God's grace that The trees did not fall on the children. So many dangers happened in Vrindavan, one after other. So they were saying that all were concerned and worried in Gokul Mahavan. So in the Brihadvan is Mahavan. Brihad means Maha, correct, no? So in that Gokul Mahavan, such things were happening. At that time, Nanda Adeya Samagamya. Nanda Adeha, it is said, which means all his brothers and other covered men. So they all came together. And they wanted to have a meeting. Prajakaryam Amantrayan. So they called all the leaders together for a meeting. Let us see what happened further. They began to consider what to do to stop the continuous disturbance in Vrindavan situation. Tatropananda namaha Gopo jnana vayodikaha Deshakalartha tatvajnaha Priyakrit Ramakrishnayoho. Nanda Baba said, all of us are assembled for a very important meeting, but I would like to elect one very special personality as the chairman of this meeting, which he said is not myself. He said, I will not do it. Another person. Who is that? It's Upananda. Why? So he said 4 qualifications, he said. He is Vayo Adikaha and Jnana Vayo Adikaha. That means he is Jnana Vriddha, Vayo Vriddha, Deshakalartha Tatvajna and Prekrit Ramakrishna. 4 qualifications, he said. He is most mature in knowledge and he is also ripe in age and maturity, and according to time, place, circumstance, how to act, he knows, he has that experience. Because you should know Deshakala Tatvajna means there is no flat rule that this is the way things have to be done. Sometimes according to Deshakala Patra you change things, correct, no? Yeah. Say for example, one day you have to go to another place, you have to leave at 6 o'clock. Then you can chant first, correct, no? 4 to 6 you chant, and then in the bus you can do Mangalarati and everything, correct, no? You reverse it according to the time, place, circumstance, correct, no? Yeah. So one should know how to bend the rules or stick to a higher rule and break a lower rule, correct, no? So he knows these things. And Priyakrit Ramakrishna, most important qualification is this: he is a lover of Rama and Krishna, Balrama and Krishna. He considers them like his darling. So he will always come up with decisions which will be good for the pleasure of Rama and Krishna. Correct, no? So therefore Nanda Maharaj said, I want him to lead the meeting. So Upananda kindly agreed also. So here, very interesting observation we are seeing. Although Parjanya Raja wanted to make Upananda the king in the beginning, you can see that everybody liked Nanda. So he agreed, Upananda agreed, Upananda himself suggested, Nanda was made. That means sometimes you make a right person in charge for the right service. Somebody is expert in kirtan, somebody is expert in particular type of service, cooking. So then that is called a situational leadership. One person is a leader in something. Everybody else is happy to see that person empowered. Like imagine somebody is the best person to cook feast prasad. Everybody would like to see he cooks, correct, no? Then everybody gets fragrant, delicious prasad offered to Krishna, correct, no? So here Nanda Baba felt that he should lead, so he agreed to lead. So here nobody is in a mood of control here. Everybody is in a mood of facilitation. They are saying, Upananda is saying, let Nanda be the king. Nanda is saying, let Upananda lead. Because who can serve best in a particular situation? That's what they are all seeing. There is no mood of domination here. You see that. Then, so he is speaking about the dangers which I told you just now. Speaking in the next few verses. And then he is saying, Katranava the demon, all those things. Yannamriyet drumayor antaram prapte balakaha asavanyatamo vapi tadapyachyutarakshanam. Even the other day, neither Krishna nor any of his playmates died from the falling of the two trees. Although the children were near the trees or even between them. Who was between them? Krishna only, isn't it? This also is to be considered the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because they are all in Yogamaya, they are thinking that Supreme Lord saved Krishna. They are thinking like that. Here he is saying, all these incidents are being caused by some unknown demon. Before he comes here to create another disturbance, it is our duty to go somewhere else with the boys. Unless there are no more disturbances, we should shift to another place, he is saying. We should relocate our whole group of devotees to another place. And then he is giving a proposal here. Panam Vrindavanam Nama Pashavyam Navakananam Gopa Gopi Gavam Sevyam Punyaditrana Virudham. There is one forest, the name of that forest is Vrindavan. And Pashavyam Navakananam, for our cows and calves, there are fresh, very, very tasty grasses available. And Gopa Gopi Gavam Sevyam, for all our Gopas and Gopis, there is a very good residence there. And Punyadri, there are mountains, like hills are there. Trinavirudham. So there are plants, herbs, very nice greenery, everything is available there, he's saying. Our Gopas, Gopis can live happily, our cows can graze. He's telling about the facilities available there. So, and then he's saying here, see what here he's saying here. Tat tatradhyaiva yasyamaha. Adhyaiva means today only. It's today only, it's better for us. Yasyamaha, we should move to that place. From here to that place. Shakatan yungtamachiram. He's saying, let us put all the bullock carts, load all our items and everything. Let us move out of this place and go to Vrindavan. Godana anyagrato yantu. Bhavatam yadi rochate. Let us take our real wealth, which is the cows, and keeping the cows in the front, let us go to Vrindavan. Then he is saying, Bhavatam yadi rochate means, in case you all are happy with this idea, like that he is saying. So although he is in age-wise he is the eldest, and maturity-wise, like I told you his qualifications. Nevertheless, he is putting it as a proposal in front of everybody. He is saying that Bhavatam Yajurasri. If all of you like the idea, my friends, then we will move there. In case you think this is not a good idea, then you give another idea. Then let us consider that. But we have to move to another place. He is saying that otherwise the Krishna, Ram and there is a danger for all the children, and like that he is saying. You see, therefore let us immediately go today. There is no need to wait any further. If you agree to my proposal, let us prepare all the bullock carts and put the cows in front of us and let us go there. So, when devotees come together to meet regarding any matter, because Lord is in our heart, He inspires us differently, we get different ideas also. Correct, no? Can all the ideas be accepted? Is it possible? No. Some ideas will be accepted, some ideas will be rejected, or there may be a combination of ideas also. So the idea givers, if they are Vaishnavas, so they should be very detached also. You give your suggestion and what do you say? Prabhu, this is my suggestion. If you like the idea, you can do that. And then you take off. It may be accepted, it may not be accepted. But in case it is not accepted, some people become morose. What is Prabhuji? You asked the idea, I gave idea, we didn't accept it. Yeah, we asked the idea, we don't deny that. But after giving idea, we should be detached, because everybody's idea cannot be passed. Correct, no? So that is why, even though he is the senior most, he is saying Bhavatam Yadirochate, which means, If you all agree, if you like my proposal, then we will proceed ahead, like that he is saying. What did they say? Other people in the meeting we can see. Tachutva ekadhiyo gopaha sadhu sadhu iti vadinaha vadan swan swan samayujya Gayuruda parichadaha Tachutva ekadhiyo gopaha. They were all one-pointed. And sadhu sadhu iti vadinaha. They said, sabash, sabash, well done, well done. Your idea is very great. We all like the idea. Immediately they accepted. And immediately Vrajan Swan Swan Samayujya, taking all their property and everything, putting it in the bullock carts and everything, they were ready to move ahead. So, upon hearing this advice from Upananda, the covered men unanimously agreed. Very nice, they said, very nice. Thus they sorted out their household affairs, placed their clothing and other paraphernalia on the carts, and immediately started for Vrindavan. So we wish that all our meetings go like this. Such a nice meeting, isn't it? So there is no ego tussle here. There is no unhealthy comparison. There is no insecurity. There is only service mood. There is no bossing mood here. Everybody is in the mode of a das, correct? No? So, three great cancers that spoil this mood, as I told you, is one is ego-driven mood. Like how we look at other people around us in our community. Like for example, say some Vaishnava is coming, he didn't wish you Hare Krishna. Somebody is telling another person, hey, you see, he didn't wish me Hare Krishna. I think he's too egoistic or something. He didn't wish me. I am here, but he didn't say anything. And everybody may say, oh Prabhu, I think he's under too much stress. There is some project going on. He has to complete his company work. He has to come to class also. I think he's in tension now. Maybe we may not be aware. So that means this second fellow is looking at him with a compassionate eye. Right now, the first fellow is in a blaming mood. Correct now. So for a community to flourish, so the second mood is very important. So I will show you something regarding that. Recently I am working on one spiritual community with spiritual focus. So here what we discussed just now, is it big enough for all of you to see?
Yeah.
See, Vrindavan represents a perfect model. I can make it bigger also if you want. See, a spiritual, you can read Lilanpu, you have the mic with you.
The spiritual community is not merely a gathering of people. It is a family centered around Krishna. In material society, relationships are often transactional. What do I get? But in spiritual family, the foundation is, how can I serve?
This is the difference. When we come here, what we should ask? Yeah, not what do I get. So if everybody comes in, what do I get? No, then it will be quarrel. But if you come in the mode of what can I serve, how can I serve? Yeah. So in Navadvip also, before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, people were united intellectually but divided spiritually. Because, read that further, the scholars.
In Navadvipa, before Lord Chaitanya, people were united intellectually but divided spiritually. Scholars were absorbed in ego, prestige, and debate, not devotion. In contrast, the devotees, through few and persecuted, were deeply united in love for Krishna and compassion for others.
I'll show you that. I'll just show you that one. So in Navadvip at that time, there were two types of people. One was the scholars and demigod worshippers and such kinds of people. Look at their mindset, how it was. Here it is mentioned here, what was the nature? See here, what are they saying? Here it comes. So the devotees felt that the entire world was burning, and they felt sorry because they could not find anyone to speak with. Advaita Acharya, along with other Vaishnavas, tried to preach to people, but they could not understand anything. In distress, Advaita Acharya began to fast, and Vaishnavas sighed deeply. People did not know why the devotees danced for Krishna or chanted his names. They could not understand who was a Vaishnava or what the purpose of Sankirtana was. See, Kichuna Hindane Lokadana Putra Se Sakala Pashandi Meri Vaishnavere Hase. People could not understand any of these things because their hearts were filled with desires for wealth and children. All the atheists would laugh at the Vaishnavas. So they would ask the Vaishnavas, why do you sing the holy name so loudly? Lord Vishnu is sleeping. Once he gets up, pralaya will come. So better you keep your volume low, like that they would say. Yeah. So, see, they were struck with wonder on seeing the activities of the Vaishnavas, but they were unable to understand. And then here we see, Chari Bhai Srivasa Miliya Nija Ghare Isha Haile Harinama Gaya Uchchaisware. Every evening, Shiva's Pandit and his three brothers, Sri Ram, Sripati, Srinidhi, they all would loudly chant the holy names of Hari in their house. Shuniya Pashandi Bole Haila Pramada Ye Brahmana Kari Vega Gramera Utsada. What madness, this Brahmana, Shivas will ruin this village. They said, the Mohammedan king is very cruel by nature. If he hears about this kirtan, the whole district will suffer. And then someone else said, I will drive this Brahmana out of the town, break his house and throw it into the Ganges. They were saying like that. So, if you get rid of this Brahman, it will do good for the village. This kind of things they were speaking. Hearing the atheists speak in this way, what did the devotees do? They began to cry and chant Krishna's name. So this is very important. How should devotees respond to the materialists? You have seen from Navadvip, if materialistic people are foolish, ignorant, and they even criticize devotees' activities, that doesn't make devotees feel envy for the materialists. That doesn't make the devotees feel hatred for the materialists. Why? Because devotees think, if we hate them, where is the hope for them? Because we are whose messengers? Chaitanya and Nityananda's messengers. And Chaitanya Nityananda has appointed Srila Prabhupada as, the Senapati Guru. And we are his followers. If we are going to hate these people, already they are gone case. If you also hate them, they have no hope. Therefore, the devotees, they began to cry in compassion for them. Shuniya Advaita Krodhe Agni Hena Jvale Vidambara Hai Sarva Vaishnavire Bole. So when Advaita Acharya heard these things, he became as angry as fire. The devotees are being criticized, neglecting. So he was like a Digambar, because he is a Sadashiva also. He spoke to all the Vaishnavas. Now he told them, Shunashri Nivasa Ganga Dasa Shuklambara. And then he's telling them that as Shiva, Ganga Dasa Shuklambara, all of you listen, I will make Krishna descend and come and personally deliver everybody. He says that. And if I fail to do this, I will manifest my 4 arms and take up my disc and will finish all the Pashantis, like that he says. Advaita Acharya, in his transcendental anger, he spoke like this. And then, you will see here, Bhakta Sabani Ravadi Eka Chitta Hayya Uje Krishna Pada Padma Krandana Kariya. Other devotees also shed tears as they all constantly worship Krishna with fixed determination. सर्वनवद्वीपे भ्रमे भागवत गण होताओ नाशने भक्ति योगेर कथन. All the devotees wandered through Navadvip. They never heard any topics concerning devotional service. Somebody was talking about Mansa Devi Puja for some snake goddess. Some people were, conducting marriages. Some people are playing with dolls. Some people were talking mundane subjects, Nyaya Shastra, Tark Vitark they were doing. And those days, like Nalanda University in Takshashila and Navadvip, they were filled with a lot of panditas, Sanskrit pandits. So their greatest joy was to prove that I am more intelligent than you. I cut your nose, you cut my nose. It was like that. Ke dukke chahe nij sharir edite. Ke Krishna bali shwasa chadaye kandite. Seeing the people's pathetic condition, some of the devotees wanted to give up their bodies, while the other devotees sighed deeply as they called out the names of Krishna and cried. So, the devotees became so unhappy by seeing people's behavior that they lost their desire to eat. It is said. And not only that, as the devotees gave up all material comforts, the Supreme Lord prepared to advent, he says. Chadilena bhaktagana sarva upabhoga avatari vaye prabhu karila udyoga. So if you very carefully read these translations, you will understand. You can make bullet points, about 10 bullet points you can make. See, one thing is saying, the devotees gave up all material comforts and with one pointed mindset they were remembering only the Lord. That comes the next verse. Here it comes here. See. Okay, from here he appears. So one is they gave up material comforts. Another thing is they gave up desire to eat. See, they lost their desire to eat. And they were unhappy to see people's behavior. It says here. And they all, how did they cry? They called out the name of Krishna and cried. Oh Lord Krishna, save these people. Like that they cried. So, and they sighed deeply. Although they didn't hear any topics of devotion service all through Navadvip at that time, the devotees felt pity for these people. See, they shed tears and they worshipped Krishna with fixed determination. So from all this, what we understand, if you are surrounded by materialistic association, you should increase your intensity now of spiritual life. Increase the intensity. That means you chant more, read more, hear more, intensify your Krishna consciousness more and pray for those people who are suffering, who are foolish, who are ignorant. That is the mood of a Vaishnava. Vaishnava never feels hatred for karmis. That is called as janaparad. Janaparad means janta may be, sometimes even talking ill of devotees. Like Jagannath, were they talking glorifying devotees? They were talking ill of Nityananda and Haridas, isn't it? Not only they talked ill, he even took a pot and hit Nityananda, isn't it? Yeah. But how did Nityananda treat him? Marike? You know that song, no? Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachare Yamar Man. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachare Yamar Man. Nachare Yamar Man. Doyal to nahi mere Bharat ke prem diye doyal to nahi mere. So he's saying, Marikhe prem diye means he accepted the beating of Madai and gave him prema, love of God. This is Vaishnava's mood. Vaishnavas are ready to accept the torment of the non-devotees and gift them with Krishna. So that is the mood they adopted. So coming back to our notes, this is what is said here. Scholars are absorbed in ego, prestige and debate, not devotion. In contrast, the devotees, though few and persecuted, were deeply united in love for Krishna and compassion for others. This is a symptom for devotee. That means they were united in love for Krishna and they always felt compassion for others. So, They were thinking, if we speak harshly with these non-devotees, the non-devotees will reject us. So it's like throwing the lady with the bathwater, we say, no? They will reject, if they reject us, will they take books from us? Will they take prasad from us? Will they be willing to listen to us? But if we are little patient with them, tolerate them, and respect them, maybe tomorrow they will consider listening to us, what we want to give them. Because if you are a successful preacher, you should be able to administer the medicine of Krishna consciousness even to an arrogant person, even to a crooked person, even to a, atheist. So that is the smartness in preaching, correct, no? Yeah. Like one hippie got up in the middle of the class and said, Swamiji, you are talking about Bhagavan Krishna, I am Bhagavan. He said. Prabhupada said, okay, I salute you, please sit down. Because Prabhupada didn't want any disturbance in the class. Another day also one boy got up and he said, I am God, he said. Prabhupada asked him a question, are you the most beautiful? Because this fellow had such a hippie hair. So everybody laughed at him. Prabhupada, are you the most richest? Are you the most famous? Are you the most strong? Are you the most renounced? Then the boy considered all these things. Prabhupada said, now you sit down now. Prabhupada had to handle people like that. Yeah. So, Prabhupada was very patient. In one class, Prabhupada was giving a class. One drunken hippie entered the class. Hey, what, yeah, like he was shouting. Prabhupada said, hey, sit down and listen. Prabhupada said, he was not sitting, he was standing. And then instead of attending class, he went that side. And Prabhupada, while giving class, he was also watching what he's doing. So that fellow he went to the bathroom and said, hey, you guys have no tissue paper here. So he went out and brought a roll of tissue paper and put it. Prabhupada said, see, every living entity has service attitude. Immediately converted into a lesson. You see? Yeah. Another hippie came and made noise. Then all the devotees turned outside, back side. Imagine you all are facing me now. Somebody makes noise, everybody looks there. So when they looked there, Prabhupada was wondering how to draw the attention of these people. And Prabhupada said, did you all see the car moving past the door? They said, yes, Prabhupada, just now we saw a car was moving. He said, see, the car was there before, right now. The car will be there after, but you are only seeing now the car here. Similarly, Lord Krishna, before appearing in this world, he is there. And he appears in front of us, and then he vanishes. That doesn't mean Krishna dies. Krishna always exists. Like this, Prabhupada immediately connected. Told lesson. Isn't it? So because just now people are turning that side, he took the distraction and taught them a lesson for the distraction. He was very patient in dealing with the people. Yeah. One day when Prabhupada was speaking, one man got up and said, give me the mic, I want to speak. Prabhupada said, you can speak at the end, now you sit down. He said, that fellow sat down once, second time he got up. He was insistent. And then we started coming toward the stage and started picking up the mic from Prabhupada. So Prabhupada told the devotees, okay, now we will not do the class anymore, do kirtan now. So then devotees are doing, kirtan. So then Prabhupada had an apple. He cut the apple, and then in order to take the mic from him, he gave the apple. He gave the apple, that fellow gave the mic back, and he ate the apple. And Prabhupada took it, and Prabhupada continued kirtan after that. Today morning I was hearing one lecture of Prabhupada. His Holiness Bhakti Damodar Maharaj, he was there with Prabhupada. Prabhupada spoke, you see, he spoke almost 40 minutes lecture. In English he spoke. And then Prabhupada asked any questions. Nobody asked a single question. Prabhupada said, it's a sign of intelligence to ask questions. Prabhupada said, still nobody was asking questions. And then Bhakti Maharaj was asking the people, महाराज जी बोल रहे हैं कि जो बुद्धिमान है उसको प्रश्न पूछना चाहिए. And he said like that. And then Prabhupada said, why do you tell that in Hindi? He asked. He said, Prabhupada, they speak Hindi only mostly. Why you didn't tell me in the beginning? Then Prabhupada said, okay, translate. And he spoke another 45 minutes lecture. I heard the whole lecture today. I thought Prabhupada was going to give a summary. He didn't give summary. Full lecture he spoke again. And he spoke line by line and told him to translate. Everything he translated. You can imagine how much sympathetic he is, correct, no? Because you want to make sure these guys will understand. It is 7.1, Maya Sakta Manapartha, one of the lectures. First 40 minutes is spoken English, then English Hindi after that. So, one has to be very compassionate to deal with these people. So one day, when Prabhupada was on the stage, there was one Randy who wanted to meet Prabhupada. This Randy had a long hair from the top of the head to the touching the ground, chata. And it was, Randy's whole hair was sandy. Full of sand. His dress also was full of sand. He had not taken bath for 2-3 weeks. Body would be stinking. So devotees were not allowing him in the beginning. But later on he wanted to come. And Prabhupada said, allow him, come, maybe he will have a good question. Prabhupada was so confident that even though these hippies are covered over, deep inside the body, the spark of life is part and parcel of Krishna. He can become a devotee. Prabhupada thought like that. So, when he came near, he started shouting, yelling, bluffing something. And Prabhupada told the devotees, see, I didn't do any harm to him, but he is yelling at me. Maybe I did some, I insulted him in the previous life, therefore he is insulting me back now. Like the Prabhupada said. Immediately devotees took him away after that. So, Prabhupada was very patient with these people. One day, one man in the crowd got up and asked, are you Allen Ginsberg's guru? He asked. Because if Prabhupada said yes, then he will say, that means you are allowing your disciples to take drugs, Allen Ginsberg and all. He and Timothy Leary, they both were the heroes, no? The drug heroes, correct, no? And Prabhupada says, no, Allen Ginsberg is sitting right there. So he will feel insulted. Swamiji, I am coming and helping you with preaching in different places, and you didn't agree that I am one of your followers, you didn't agree. So what Prabhupada said, Prabhupada instantly gave a reply. When they asked him, are you Allen Ginsberg's guru? Prabhupada said, I am nobody's guru, I am everyone's servant. Like that he said. So, another time, somebody asked Prabhupada that Prabhupada speaking about first class, second class, third class, fourth class, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra speaking. Somebody asked, so Swamiji, what do you think? You are first class and all of us are low class, you have come to teach us? Prabhupada said, I am servant of all the classes, he said. I am only servant of all the classes. So Prabhupada was very patient in dealing with these people. Similarly, Vrindavan represents the perfect model. No envy, no competition, only mutual service and trust. Upananda giving leadership to Nanda Maharaj shows that true community thrives when ego is replaced with service. Put aside false ego and engage in service. Read this, one of you.
Spiritual community becomes strong when members feel belonging, not comparison.
Yeah, actually we should not compare one devotee to another. The moment you compare, the problems will start. For example, you don't compare a jasmine flower to a gerbera flower or a lotus flower. Every flower has some uniqueness. Jasmine flower has fragrance. Gerbera flower has beauty. Lotus flower has honey. So just say what the flowers have. Don't talk about what they don't have. Speak about what they have. Similarly, like cuckoo can sing sweetly. Correct? No? Peacock can dance beautifully. Every bird can do different things. Every animal has a specialty. So, but the moment you compare, that means you are criticizing the uniqueness of a jiva. Yeah. So in a community, the members should feel belonging. Belonging means what? They feel this is my home. This is like my family. Here I am wanted, I am loved, I am cared for, I am respected, I am sheltered. I have somebody to whom I can open my heart and people don't hate me, people don't criticize me, people don't compare me. So that's a fear. And then relationships are, read the second one.
Relationships are Krishna-centered, not ego-centered.
Yeah. Actually, when relationships are Krishna is the center, everyone wants to serve Krishna. But when you're ego-centered, people think about how many followers I have, how many followers you have, who listens to me, who listens to you, and things like that. And then, third?
There is a mood of family, not formality.
It is not superficial, there is a real mood of family. Read that further.
The Vrindavan model trust and selfless leadership. Definition of leadership. Leadership in a spiritual community is not defined by dominance or the capacity to control others. It is defined by service.
Yeah.
The paradigm of Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, leadership is about ensuring the well-being of the collective rather than maintaining power.
Yeah, the goal of leadership is not just holding position, but also see that every member of the community is, happy, sheltered, healthy. Next.
Absence of envy. Unlike materialistic kingdoms plagued by power struggles, conspiracies, and betrayal, for example, Aurangzeb's history, the Vrindavan model is free from competition.
Yeah, killing one's own brothers, putting father in prison. This is no culture at all. Huh? Whereas in the Vaishnava communities, everybody feels like a family. Huh? Everybody feels joy in devotees getting empowerment, services, and praises, appreciation. Huh? So in case we feel uneasiness in hearing the glory of another devotee, that's a sign of a heart disease. One boy was asking, is it a heart attack or what is it? heart disease is envy. Correct, no? If somebody is not comfortable, one has to get rid of the disease. Go ahead, Upanandananda, I will tell you. This I already told you. Read this one.
Trust-based decisions. When leaders act out of duty and service, the community members do not question or debate unnecessarily. They trust that the leader has their best interests at heart, allowing the entire community to move in unison.
Sadhu iti vadina, correct, no? They all said that. Everybody unitedly worked. And then?
Collective unity. Decisions are made collectively for Krishna's pleasure, not to satisfy the ego of the leader.
I've given a small drama here, you see. Devotee A and devotee B. Devotee A is a leader, devotee B is a community member, okay? Here is a scene, a project proposal meeting regarding a budget shift. A leader is telling, read this.
I believe we should shift our
I think it's not clear, I think.
Correct.
Batteries doesn't.
I believe we should shift our budget from the festival decorations to supporting the local outreach program. I know it's a big change.
It's gone, huh? You can take this one. Take this one, I think.
B. I usually like the decorations, but if you feel this is where Krishna's pleasure lies, I trust you completely. Let's do it. Lesson. Trusting the leadership's motive creates a barrier-free environment for progress.
In case it's difficult for you to understand, I'll explain what it is. See, one leader is telling that, there's a budget, say, 5 lakh rupees are allotted for celebrating a Jagannath Rath Yatra festival here. And the leader is telling that instead of putting 5 lakh here, let us spend 2.5 lakhs for festival. Other 2.5 lakhs we spend for preaching. Because let us use that money for outdoor. So somebody may say, he's saying, I usually like decorations more. But Prabhuji, if you feel that that's where Krishna's pleasure lies, you want to use it in outreach, you can use it. That means he's willing to bend. He's willing to bend his desires. So all of us can ask ourselves, are you willing to bend when other Vaishnavas suggest other ideas? What is one thought in your mind because of which you will bend when some Vaishnavas give another idea other than your idea? Has any of it?
The one which is more pleasing to Krishna.
She's saying that one which is more pleasing. How will you know which is more pleasing to Krishna? Because we are not so advanced that we can ask Krishna directly.
And devotees are pleased.
And devotees are pleased. That can manipulate it. The whole idea is every devotee should be willing to present one's ideas and be willing to bend also. Here, the leader is deciding that he wants to spend half budget in festival, half budget in preaching. So you adjust and go, instead of creating a scene. Yeah. See here what he's saying, you see. Club versus family. Read that.
Temple is nice, but people don't care much. Yes, do you care for them? Vrindavan. I come, attend, go home.
It's like, so there are many people who are expert in giving criticism. Oh, it's very impersonal here. Oh, really? What are you contributing to make this place a personal place? You can ask. So the whole idea is this, those who give blame about climate, about government, about other people, most of the people actually are not very productive people. Yeah. Actually, a person who is really productive, doing something very valuable, are those who will say that, everybody is trying their best and I will try this. Otherwise, criticism, it doesn't require a very noble or great person to give such criticisms. Anybody can give, any Tom, Dick and Harry can give. See what he's saying. Then it's club for you, not a family, he said. Because he's saying, I come, attend and go home. Then the senior is saying, then it's a club for you, not a family. And where someone is asking, what is the difference? Senior is saying, in a club, you consume. In a family, you contribute. Correct? Is that right? You are coming here as a consumer or you are a contributor. Huh? If you are a contributor, you will have no time to blame others. Yeah. Here is MCQ, please read that.
First, what transforms a group into a spiritual family? Option A, common rituals. Option 2, shared facilities. C, service-centered relationships. D, same background.
So we will give one question to Prabhuji, one question to Mataji. Don't tell the answer, just raise the hand, okay? As for yourself. C, service and Haribol. Correct answer. And the second one for Mataji. Yeah. Read that.
Why did Navdev lack spiritual unity? Option A, lack of knowledge. B, lack of resources. C, political instability. D, ego-centered culture.
Mataji, which one? Yeah, what's yours? Ego-centered culture. That is the thing. Haribol. And third question.
Third, the mood of Vrindavan is best described as A, service without envy. B, emotional attachment. C, organized structure. D, ritualistic discipline.
Yes, Prabhu. Exactly. Haribol. Correct answer. That's correct answer. So, here is a reflection question. Read that.
Do I relate to devotees as co-travelers or as service opportunities?
Yeah. So, when we are coming to a community, when you're coming, one should always think that I am here to serve. That's the point that is stressed here. So share one experience where you felt genuine spiritual family feeling. What created it? So when you come to a community, different devotees have this experience. Like I'll tell you one experience of mine. And when I used to go to Chowpatty from IIT, I would reach at 9:30 at night. So the Food for Life Khichdi would leave at 9 o'clock. From the big pathela they would take. So there would be one devotee who would take out the hot khichdi at 9 and then he would close with another plate and keep it below my locker. And I would come, it will still be smoky hot and I would take it. Of course, this devotee can keep khichdi even at 6 o'clock in the evening. If he takes out and keeps it, when I come it will be chill. Correct, no? So why he is taking out at 9? Because he is doing it with the intention to please me. If his khichdi is hot, Prabhuji will be more happy. Correct, no? Therefore, in Krishna consciousness, intent is more important than content. Yeah. We may externally do something, correct, no? Why? What is your intention with which we are doing? So that is what really touches the heart, you see. So anybody want to share one experience where you felt genuine spiritual family feeling when you came to a community and what created it? So there I felt like a spiritual family because I felt, in this world we may have many blood relatives also. People are super busy. But somebody is concerned about you, concerned about making you happy, correct, no? Like, one day I was sitting in the Prasadam hall in Kunjiberi temple and my assistant brought my dabba, He was serving me and one of the dabbas had carrot halwa I had made that day, Occasionally he would make this carrot halwa. So one new boy had come to the temple. So he came from the Prasadam hall to the hall. So I am very fond of very new boys who come to the temple. I like to give them something. I just call this boy, come here. And I gave half of my halwa to him. I gave another half I took. After that I forgot. Years later, 12 years later, when one of the birthday festivals we had for the brahmacharis, we had. So this devotee was telling that when I first came to temple, Radheshyam Prabhu from his dabba gave me half the halwa. And that day only I decided I want to join. And he was Salvakshan Prabhu. So he said, when I came to the Prasadam hall, Prabhuji called me and gave me. So I felt like a family, Family, your mother calls you and feeds you something nice. I feel like that. So I didn't even remember that. I forgot it. Later on, I give to many people here and there whenever I get. Whenever somebody gives me rasagula in the morning, I keep it with me. A new boy comes, I give it. Because I don't take sweets, so I give it to. So that's how I was giving. I give even in Mayapur every day they bring morning, this morning bhog they have, no? Every day they'll give me bal bhog, yeah. So I'll give it to different college groups, I'll give it different days. So, but why I'm telling you, if you do something with a good intention, later on it will come back without your expectation also. So every one of us have a responsibility to give other Vaishnavas a feeling of a spiritual family. Right now, we have that responsibility, making them feel comfortable when they come. There is a verse in Bhagavatam which says, Dhautatma Purushat Krishnapada Moolam Namunchati Takta Sarva Parikleshair Pantasva Sharanam Yatha. Just as a man wandering around the globe for some official duty, he is fed up after 2-3 weeks of flying here, flying there and doing company work. When he comes home, he takes a bath and after the shower, he takes prasad and relaxes in an easy chair at his own house. How many of you feel most comfortable when you come back? Correct, no? Only half of you. Correct? You feel very comfortable, isn't it? So, Panta Swasharanam Yata, he says. Just as you feel very comfortable in your own home, like that the devotee feels by coming to the spiritual community. When one comes to spiritual community, one feels, this is my family. These are the people I was looking for in millions of lifetimes. And being at the feet of Prabhupada, Guru and Vaishnavas and Krishna, one should feel very great joy. So another example is given. The bird flies in the sky all day. Evening it comes back to the nest. So it feels very cozy and comfortable in the nest, with the children, family and everything. Similarly, the devotee, when they come to a spiritual community, and everybody should have somebody whom they connect with, and they feel comfortable to share their heart with them and hear from them, learn from them, and also they know that they are free from a tendency to judge or ridicule or compare or bring their ego. These are all blockages for development of relationship. If somebody is very ego-driven, you can't go near them. Or you may be sitting next to them, you won't talk. You cannot approach them. They are unapproachable. Correct now? So that is the point. This is the most important part of the notes I'm going to show you now, which is lens of the mind, the perception creates. Please read this one.
A powerful truth.
A powerful truth. We don't see people as they are, we see them as we are. Materialists in Navdeep saw devotees as hypocrites, weak, pretenders. Why? Because their own consciousness was impure. In a spiritual community, conflicts often arise not from reality but from perception filters.
Yeah. There are 3 filters. Ego filter, insecurity filter, comparison filter. What is ego filter? You insulted me. Somebody speaks like that. He is a dissatisfied person. Because he has too much expectation of respect from others. Every one of us have experienced that somebody praised us, somebody insulted us. Correct, no? So one shouldn't make a big hue and cry just because somebody spoke some insult or something. So ego, when one has too much expectation, they have a lot of clashes in a community. Then second is insecurity filter. They ignored me. This fellow is already feeling inferiority complex. I think, I took initiation 2 years later. So therefore they ignored me. They gave ghee lamb to everybody except me. They will say. See, sometimes they go in a row, cut, giving. And in case you are standing separately and watching, are they coming to me or not? If they don't give, then you say. So, insecurity filter and comparison filter. Oh, they are favored, we are not favored. Group forming, making unhealthy comparison. These are actually, see, it's like perception filter means like a spectacles. If I have a blue tint, everything will look blue. If I have a brown tint, everything looks brown. So this is perception filter. There is a story of a sage who was living in a tapovanam in Himalayas near Badrikashram. So there's a village there. One man came to that village and all the village people said, see, if you just walk 1 kilometer ahead, there is a silent valley. And the silent valley is a valley of gods. And you can hear divine sounds coming, arising there. And there are many rishis meditating in that place. The man was curious. So he went there and then he returned back and he saw in that village there was a class going on like this. He sat behind. Then the sage was speaking about the glory of that silent Tapovana valley. At the end of the class, any questions he asked, the man raised his hand and said, Sir, you say there are divine sounds coming in the silent valley, but I didn't hear any divine sounds. I only heard very negative sounds, harsh sounds, he said. And the sage said, really? Come, let's go together. So he took him. Tell me what happened, which place you exactly went. So he said, this is the spot I was standing. And I said, who are you? I asked, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Sound was coming. Then I asked, because I didn't hear anything else, I said, why don't you say something? Say something. Say something. Whether it came. Then he said, I hate you. He said, hate you, hate you, hate you, hate you. But then the voice came. Then he said, get lost. He said, get lost, get lost, get lost. Then he came back. He said, just see, I don't hear any divine sounds, he said. And the sage smiled and said, see, now let us hear what sounds come. Oh Lord, I love you, he said. Oh Lord, I love you. Oh Lord, I love you. Oh Lord, I thank you, he said. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. You see, this is not an ordinary story because if you have a culture of saying thank you, all around you people say thank you, thank you, thank you. You will see that. You are a spreader of culture also by what you say to people. So we saw that in ourselves when we came to IIT. Devan Prabhuji used to give class. We saw his speaking, the Vaishnava speech was totally different from the speech of the common people, isn't it? And the culture of behavior, respect and everything. So that is very contagious. Easily many people catch. You have to fold the palm, you bow down. Immediately you cut it out. These are all, more things are caught than taught, isn't it? So the sage spoke such divine words. The whole atmosphere became filled with positivity. And then the sage told this man, life is a mirror. Whatever, yata drishti tata srishti, he said. The srishti will appear to you according to your drishti. For example, if you go to a garden, you can come back and say the garden is full of fragrant roses, isn't it? Or you can say it's full of thorny bushes. Both are saying the correct information. Because in the midst of thorny bushes only you get roses. But if you say garden is full of roses, you get a lot of roses to offer to Mother and Mohan. Correct, no? But if you are going to see only thorny bushes, you will only blame the garden and come back with empty hands. Correct, no? So, yata drishti tata srishti. The srishti is going to appear as per your spectacles you wear. That is why the lens, the filter that you wear. Therefore, for example, what was Kaikeyi's drishti? As soon as she heard the news that Rama is going to be the king, she felt so happy. Really? I never knew this. She took off her necklace and put it on Mantra's neck. Thank you, Mantra, for bringing this good news to me. And she said, Rama is more dear to me than my own son. And similarly, Kaushalya treated Bharata like her own son. These three wives of Dasharatha, they never had any kind of malice towards each other. Like I've seen sometimes in families also, if one child, the mother is feeding biscuits, the neighborhood child comes, she will pick up the child and keep on her lap and feed biscuit to that child also. You've seen that? In India, traditionally it's like that. People don't say it's your child or my child. People feel compassion for the other children also. So these three wives are like that. But when Mantra heard this, she became very upset. Because Mantra had one insecurity. You know what was it? She saw that when I am walking, sometimes I see two people talking to each other. Maybe they're talking about my hunchback. Like that she was guessing. This is the problem with people who have insecurity. If they are talking, they are not talking about you. They may be talking something else. But she thought that in case Ram becomes the king, then Kaushalya becomes very special. And because of that, Kaikeyi will become neglected. If Kaikeyi is neglected, I am who? What is my identity? I am whose servant maid? Kaikeyi's. Then people will ridicule me more, she thought. Therefore, for me not to be ridiculed, I have to make sure that Kaikeyi's son becomes the king. That was her idea. You will read this in Ramayana. So then she filled this poison into Kaikeyi's ears. What she said, if Rama becomes the king, Kaushalya becomes the favorite queen of the king. And you will become neglected like a servant maid. And this is how she produced the envy in the heart of Kaikeyi. Her psychology got twisted. She said, really, I never thought like this. You never thought like this, but that's what is going to happen, she said. Then how do I revert the situation? You have any idea? Then she said, I will tell you, you exactly follow what I say. Go to the sulking chamber, take away all your ornaments, and put your hair like this, lie down, and the king will come to meet you. He will beg you, plead you, cajole you, massage your feet, and tell you, Rani, why are you like this? But don't speak a word, she said. Keep mum until the last point when he will tell you that, oh queen, whatever you ask, I will give you. When he will say like that, then you speak. Then she asked what I should speak. Ask for the two bones, which he was supposed to give you before. All this training was given by whom? Mantra. So Mantra had a insecure psychology, and she fed that poison into the head of Kaikeyi. That is how the whole Ayodhya became subject to gloom. You will see that. So one should be very careful that one should never honestly and patiently listen to an insecure creature. You should run away. Because they will feed you poison. Insecure people. Like I used to go to college through a eucalyptus forest, Instead of going like this and like this on the main road, me and my friends used to go like this. So you go through eucalyptus forest. One day when we were going, it was getting little dark. It was becoming like 7 o'clock, getting dark. So some of the village people told us, it's very dangerous to go in this forest in the night time because foxes come out. We said, what will fox do? We are in our cycle, we will go. Fox will go his way and we will go our way, we were saying. They said, no, the fox is a very insecure creature, they said. So what does it do? We asked them. They said, if it sees a man coming in a cycle, the opposite, it will pass urine on the ground, mix it with the sand and hit it on his eyes because it makes your eyes blind. Because the fox thinks that you will hurt him. So therefore he would do like this. He said, my Lord. We took a U-turn and went back to the road after that. We didn't go through the forest after that. So, insecure people, that's what Krita did, these co-wives, what they did, they poisoned the child. Correct, no? You will see that. So, why this insecurity comes? Because of unhealthy comparison. Correct, no? So, when one is getting inner fulfillment from chanting Hare Krishna, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, worshipping the deity, one feels inner satisfaction, then this Jnanagandhata or this insecurity will go away. No? You see. And another thing is this ego filter. This ego-driven people have too much expectation from others. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, humility means no expectations from anybody. Like that he says. This is the definition of humility, he says. No expectation from anybody. See, imagine one of us has no expectation from anybody. Will we have any fight with anybody? We won't have a fight because fight mainly is because of expectation. Correct, no? Wife didn't do this, or husband didn't do this, or children didn't do this, or they didn't do it. Correct, no? Please read it.
A healthy community depends less on external systems and more on...
Oh, you get this point. Therefore, purification of perception is community building. What is community building? We have to purify our perception. These are the three wrong perception. Ego filter. Ego filter means, one thinks I am somebody and I deserve respect. And people should recognize my presence. I am an important personality. And if I am not recognized, I will make a big hue and cry. That is that ego. If anybody has that mind, that is why we say amanina. Yeah. Amanina means we don't consider ourselves very important. Yogyata vichare kichu nahi pai tomara karuna sara. Yogyata vichare kichu nahi pai. Karuna na hoile kandiya kandiya karuna So he's saying, if you ask what is my qualification, I have no qualification, he's saying. Yogyata vichare kuch nahi pai. Whatever I am made up of is all Guru's mercy, he says. So in another song he says, Ekaki amar nahi paya bala. Renouncing. For chanting the whole name, I have no strength. Please, Kripa Bindu Diya, he's saying, give me one drop of your mercy so I can chant the holy name feelingly. Similarly, Prabhupada said, Bhakti nahi, Vedanai, Naam Kub Dharo, Bhakti Vedanta Nama, Sartaka Karo. He said. So he said, although they call me Bhakti Vedanta, I have neither Bhakti nor Vedanta. Who am I? I am your insignificant beggar. Like that he signed it. So unless a devotee has this amanina, not expecting respect, that attitude is not developed, then we will have expectation, that ego problem. So ego, insecurity, comparison. Yeah, go ahead. Therefore, these have to be cleared in a healthy community. And then?
A healthy community depends less on external systems and more on internal clarity, purified intention, seeing others as Krishna's devotees.
Yeah. See here? Yeah.
Same event, two minds. Devotee A. Prabhu didn't greet me. He is proud. Devotee B. He didn't greet me. He must be stressed. Let me help.
So the devotee B is in a helping mode, correct, no? If the senior Prabhu is busy, he didn't greet me, maybe Prabhuji is stressed, he has too much overload or something. Poor fellow. Let me find out how I can take away some burden and help him. If you think like that, so which devotee A, devotee B, which one looks to be very Krishna conscious?
Devotee B.
Isn't it? You can see that. And see what senior is saying?
Same event, two realities. Which one builds community?
Yeah, the devotee B builds community, correct, no? So, okay, MCQ, read that.
First, misunderstanding in community primarily arises from A. Lack of communication, B. Cultural differences, C. Lack of rules, or D. Impure perception.
Which one? D. Impure perception. Correct. Thank you. Actually, our nazar has to be changed. Outlook has to be changed. My Guru Maharaj was telling me when I was going to Pune, he said the easiest way to solve all problems in your temple community is look at everyone compassionately. He said, look at Vaishnavas, everybody is struggling in their life. They have to run their family, they have their children, they have their office, they have their sadhana, and they have their own health. We should feel pity for the devotees because devotees, they are already, these people are chanting 16 rounds. They have given up, meat eating, gambling, illicit intoxication, all these things. And they given up the material circle completely. They are only in devotee circle. And not only they are doing the sadhana, which is not there for the karmis. Karmis just go to office and they have their family, correct? No? Of course, karmis have to struggle with the non-devotional inclinations that they struggle with. So, devotees substitute that with morning program, correct? No? So, and also devotees preach and they also take care of many others also. So he said, if you see devotees with a sympathetic eye, you will be able to do the best service to them. I read the second one.
Materialists misjudge devotees because A. Their own mental conditioning, government influence, devotees are wrong, or lack of education.
What is this? Yeah? Yeah. That is mental conditioning, yeah. Because they have no clue of what a devotee is. And the third one?
The best way to improve relationships is A. Direct others, B. Purify perception, avoid people, or enforce discipline.
Yeah? Let B? Correct. Purify perception. Exactly. Any questions now? I'm going to stop now. See, when I feel hurt, do I question others' actions or my interpretation? We should do that, ideally speaking, correct, no? I don't know whether we all think about our interpretation. We often quickly spring to blaming others. So, we call it the BMW mode, blaming, mourning, wailing. Or ABC mode, accusing, blaming, criticizing. So, we should give up this ABC and BMW. Yeah. Then, instead of blaming others, we can try to look at, okay, let me check my own perception, correct, no? Yeah. Yeah. What is this one? What is that?
Discuss a misunderstanding that later turned out to be wrong perception.
I'll tell you an interesting example. One of our boys, all the boys had gone home. When they came back, this boy had a severe back pain. He went to the doctor and doctor told him not to bend for 2 weeks at least. So he told the brahmachari, Prabhuji, how can I not bend? Every day I have to offer obeisances and everything. Prabhuji said, don't offer obeisances. 2 weeks you just do like this, he said. So the college started. So inside the student center, 2 boys started talking, hey, why in the morning all of us are bowing down to deities? Why is he not offering obeisances? Well, he's just doing like this. Then later on when Vanchakalpatarvis they were doing, that time also he was doing like this. So these 2 boys started talking like this. And they went to the OC and said, Prabhu, I think, he's becoming too proud, we should remove him from the center. We can't have him. Then that week Brahmachari came. All of them were offering obeisances. This fellow was standing like this. Hey, this is too much. He is not offering obeisances to even senior devotees also. Then they went to Brahmachari room and said, Prabhu, look at this guy. Don't you think he has become very heavy-headed? Prabhuji said, what are you talking? I only told him not to offer. Why, Prabhu? He is not senior, he is a sannyasi, he doesn't have to offer. Then he said, he has a back pain, doctor has told, if he bends, it will become more serious. Then they realized their mistake. My Lord, they ran to him and said, Prabhuji, please take sweet rice, Prabhuji, take halwa. Please give us, forgive us. They were offering obeisances. So, in this way, that misunderstanding later on turned out to be what? Wrong perception. Sometimes we should not assume we know everything. Correct, no? So, it's always better to ask. Be honest, ask, yeah. One day in this Hyderabad temple, they told me to sing Guru Puja. I was, they had given me a mic like this. I also like to play the big kartal. I was playing, singing, So then one boy was standing next to me. I said, hey Prabhu, I did like this and get me this kind of thing for singing, So he went and told Vaishnav Sharan Guru on the top. I don't know what he told. Then he brought this chadar and put over my head. Then I was wondering suddenly why he put the chadar. I also didn't. Then I sang 2-3 lines and I told him, again I told him like this. Then he thought it is still cold for Prabhuji, he covered it nicely. He little bit expanded it more and covered more nicely. And all through the kirtan I sang like that only. Later on when I went for Prasad, I was scolding Vaishnav Sharan Guru. I told one devotee to get this singing thing for me, over my head. And he said, Prabhuji, he asked me chadar, I gave him chadar. So, what is this? This is actually misunderstanding. Correct, no? I wanted, what do you call that? Mic? Head mic, Collar mic. I wanted collar mic. He thought I wanted chadar, correct, no? So, that was a misunderstanding that turned out to be wrong perception. So, he miscommunication and misunderstanding. So, then do you think I will maintain any anger towards that boy? No, because poor fellow, we can't be angry. He mistook it to something else, guys, no? Yeah. Actually, this happens in Vaishnava communities. Like in one temple, I saw one boy was very soft-spoken. They made him manager. He would go to one dude and say, Prabhuji, Tulasi Puja. And then he goes to another, Prabhuji, Tulasi Puja, he told. And both the people went to the mic. to sing. But actually what he intended was, one should sing, one should do puja for Tulasi. And then, and there for Tulasi, there is no one to do puja. And both are here near the mic. He said, Prabhuji, he told me to sing. He said, Prabhuji, he told me to sing. How can two people sing? They were embarrassed. He said, okay, Prabhuji, you sing. He said, Prabhuji, you sing. None of them are singing. I was wondering what is happening now. 3-4 minutes have passed, nobody is singing Tulsi. Then this devotee came and told one of them, you sing Prabhuji. So, this is all miscommunication. This can lead to aparadh sometimes, correct, no? Yeah. Whereas when I went to Belgaum, a very good culture. Like one devotee came to me and said, Radheshyam Prabhu, can you sing Tulsi Arati? Sing Tulsi. So, then I understood, okay, I want me to sing. Next day I was there, Prabhu, would you like to worship Tulsi? Now no more ambiguity, correct? Yeah. So, any questions, any devotee? Yeah? Where is the mic? Yeah,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Devotion becomes so easy when everything is fine. But sometimes when the situation arises, like in today for me, I'm under doubting with that. Then some situation arises. At that time, the question arises, how close we should go to devotee? How should
You went to Brooklyn, huh?
no, I'm in NECC Pune,
Okay.
under Daujin Nidha.
Okay.
And then at that time, like the situation comes, how we should close to a devotee and we should keep the distance.
How do you know that? See, very simple. You know, when you're living in a community, there are various levels of devotees. If you're connecting with one devotee, say Daujitapu was in good standing at that time. You know, he was teaching, there was a community of like 200 devotees were there. You are a part of the community. And even now that group is going on very well, very smoothly going on. He has gone to another place, but the group is going on very nicely. So if you are a part of the group, there is our Atul, what's his name, that devotee? Ajay Gopal Prabhu, yeah. Ajay Gopal Prabhu and a team of Grihasthas. And above them now we have Lalit Madhav Prabhu, Ram Nitai Prabhu, Revatipati Prabhu, they all have taken interest, correct, no? So you have multiple devotees, that's why we say Guru Sadhu Shastra. When you have a particular mentor, if you have any doubt any time, then you have the other sadhus to ask, seniors. Revatipati Prabhu is always Pune based. You can always go and ask him. You can ask Lalit Madhav Prabhu, Revatipati Prabhu, Antardip Prabhu. These are all Pune based people like that. So whenever we have doubt, trustworthy devotee. If you ask 3-4 devotees, things will become clear. Also another thing is, if you are having a person here, his guidance appears to be like misguidance, in case you feel, you should go to his superior. That's what you should. I tell in Pune also, if any of you feel that if I am telling you to do something, you are not happy, you can always talk to Garam Prabhu, or you can talk to Radha Gopinath Prabhu about me and ask. If you feel hesitant to talk to me, you can talk to my seniors. So I have given them the freedom. In fact, in Pune temple itself, we have 10 feedback emails where people can write anonymous feedbacks. They can write. And we reply also. So that kind of culture, free culture to express should be there. Transparency. Then community people will have no fear. Right. Anybody else? No?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the wonderful class. Sometimes in a community, when we are in a community, as part of the community, we have some problems, personal problems, all those things. When a senior person is not available, how to identify a trustworthy person who is not sitting us, so that we can open our heart and discuss our problems?
Yeah. Actually, nowadays we are living in an age where communication is not a very difficult thing. You know, we are not geographically stunted now. Senior person maybe even abroad, now we have video calls, you can connect. You have Zoom, you can connect. There are a lot of people across the globe I connect with regularly. And people come on Zoom and they share their problem, I suggest them ideas. In those days, if you are in one temple or one community, you are limited to that. Now it's no more the case. Now you have inspiration across the globe for various devotees also. So when somebody who is our immediate superior is not available, that superior is far away, you can actually always send a message that I am facing some challenge, I need guidance from you, please tell me a suitable time in which you can connect on Zoom or something. You can always take guidance because the senior person knows you. That is the best way, ideal way, I would say like that. Some problems can be paused, you can put a pause button till he comes back, if it is not that serious, if it is not time bound. And other problems which are time bound and they have to be quick action has to be taken, then one can send a quick message and take help. In those days, when you are geographically changed to another location, then locally we will find out leaders and all. But nowadays communication systems have increased a lot, enormously. Because a person who knows you for many years is always good. He knows the background situation, he knows your personality makeup and everything. Does it answer your question? Anybody else? Yeah. Mataji. Yeah.
On the mic.
Sharing your heart and confidence, what does it mean?
Yeah. I'll just show you, just a minute. See, this is a Guhya Makati Prachati. Sometime in future when I come, I will do this. Yeah, see, here, in this, I have, in some slide I have spoken about whom not to reveal the mind. I'll show you that. Fifth foundation. Okay, give an example I have given. And here it comes, you can see this. When to reveal and to whom? Whom should we reveal our mind? A devotee who is our well-wishing senior, and not someone who is of the same level or a neophyte. Because if you go and tell a same level devotee, I am facing trouble, I am also facing trouble, then they both will go down. You should reveal to somebody who is little more mature than us, correct? No? And secondly, a devotee who is non-judgmental. One gives solutions, not criticism. Like if I go and say, Prabhuji, I have this problem. Hey, you are always like this, if he says. Then he only got criticism. You didn't get solution. Prabhuji, I am feeling drowsy and shining, what to do? Arey, tum to sudharne wala nahi hai. If he says, then no help. A devotee who will keep it confidential. So, your secrets should not become gossip. So, we need that type of devotee. A devotee who is advanced in spiritual life, then only they can give you. And when should we reveal the mind? Before falling into Maya, we should reveal. Correct, no? After you fall into Maya, they have to chase behind you. Correct, no? Don't wait until desires become too strong to control. When feeling spiritually weak, confess struggles before they turn into doubts. When seeking higher inspiration, discuss realizations to gain deeper insights. So this gives you a clue about when to reveal and whom to reveal. Now I will show you when not to reveal, I tell you. See, avoiding wrong Guhya Makati. See, do not reveal the mind to those who lack spiritual maturity, those who may misuse the information, or those who encourage sense gratification instead of Krishna consciousness. Correct, no? These are people unfit for us to reveal our mind. If they lack spiritual maturity, they have no solution for us. Or if you tell them about your weakness, they will go around talking to others. That is also useless. And those who encourage sense gratification means, say for example, one boy told another boy that, Prabhu, I don't know how to reveal this. I am secretly listening some Hollywood songs, Bollywood songs, but I can't hear when I am in the student center, when I am going to college, somewhere I am hiding and hearing. What to do? He says, hey, I am also hearing like that, don't worry. Chup chup ke sun sakte hain, no problem. Then there is no help, correct, no? So those who encourage you sense gratification, they are not going to uplift you. You should give you some idea how to get out of it. So, yeah. Power of the devotee must develop genuine trust in his mentors and senior devotee by regularly opening the heart we can become free from internal struggles. So, maybe I can put this in Leon Prabhu's this thing. Both are there. Preeta Lakshanam is also there, and Gachibowli picture. You can take sometimes for your this thing. I'll put it here. So Prabhuji can take sometimes because he takes classes for you on Saturday. One Saturday you can take, I think. Any other question?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for the
Thank you.
wonderful lecture.
Thank
There
you.
are so many things to learn.
Hey, why it's not connected?
Presentation.
Just 1 minute, I'll connect it. No, I'm asking, Wi-Fi is not connected? Okay, ma'am. Here it doesn't connect, yeah? Now it's connected now, okay. Go ahead, Manji, yeah.
In the presentation, just before you show, can you please, I have a question in the question is you have shown.
In the PowerPoint, huh?
In the PowerPoint, just 2 questions.
Okay.
And part that actually.
In which part of it?
Not listen, Prabhuji. Yeah, the first one.
And the notes? Okay, the doc file, no? In this?
Wait, Prabhuji.
MCQ only?
The best way to improve relationships
okay.
is purify perception. Like how can we do this? For example, if somebody criticizes me and like it's not a devotee, it's general, people will criticize. Like you're like this. For suppose I'm telling Prabhuji in my life how it has happened. For example, I went to an event. It's a birthday party. So they are criticizing me like you are not eating non-veg and you became thin because of that, and there's so many questions they are putting on me. And if you do continuously like this, if somebody how people will come to marry you, so many things they are saying. I could not able to reply it back. I don't know how to understand that.
You see, first step is, when you become a devotee, you make a very strong bond amongst devotees. See, when a monkey made friendship with a crocodile, you know what happened. Correct? Monkey was taken in the lake, and the monkey was feeling very uncomfortable in the middle of the lake. Correct, no? So then he requested him, take me back. But the crocodile said, I would promise my wife that I am going to bring you a kaleja. She's going to cook, heart. Then monkey was shocked, this fellow will take away my life. Then he prayed to Lord in the heart, oh Lord, save me. Lord gave him inspiration. Then he told the crocodile, oh, you wanted my heart. I have left my heart in the tree. If you take me back, I'll pick it up, he said. Then the foolish crocodile brought him. That's how his life was saved, correct, no? And then the monkey told him, get lost, I'll never make friendship with you. He said like that. So, in the same manner, see, they are materialistic people and you are a devotee. So, it is like water and fire. When we come together, they will create insecurity in you. And they will make you think that, like if they tell you you are thin because of vegetarian, you can challenge them, you can say, even elephant is vegetarian, why is it not thin? Correct, no? Is elephant vegetarian, non-vegetarian? So you can say, elephant is strong, I want to become like elephant one day, you can say like that. In case they ask you like that about it. And another thing you can say, see, you ask your friend, what time you get up in the morning? They will say 8 o'clock. You say, if I force you to get up at 4 o'clock like me, can you get up? You ask them. They will say, why should you get up at 4? If you tell me you eat non-veg, then you get up at 4. You can't follow my standard, I can't follow your standard. We have two different interests. And I will not interfere with your life. You are eating non-veg, I am telling you not to eat it. Similarly, I have my freedom. I will continue to be your friend, provided you respect my values. Then I can be your friend. If you are not going to respect my values, I am going to interfere, then you go your way, I'll go my way, I don't want the friendship. You have to say like that. And also, such birthday parties, when you may go for a short time and give some gift to your friend who is important for you, Spend a few minutes, 5 minutes with the friend and quickly give some excuse and escape that place. Because that is a materialistic environment. For you to hang around there may be detrimental to your own spiritual life. Correct, no? You will find it that when you come here, you are with devotees. When you go there, they are non-devotees. Then you may wonder, I belong to which group? Devotee group or the non-devotee group? So some of the boys also say that, Prabhu, they are all my old friends, how can you give them up? You see, Karna had a problem of inability to give up bad association. Correct, no? Because of which he was destroyed. On the other hand, Vibhishan, he gave up his own brother also, who was walking the path of Dharma, Ravana. So, your friends can come to Krishna consciousness through you, or you save yourself by making strong connection amongst the devotees here. And such occasions which you said should be very rare. It cannot be frequent. If it is frequent, your mind will be very disturbed. Because there are two types of people in this world, materialists and spiritualists. They are of opposite nature. So therefore, when you go to a materialistic circle, you may find it difficult. Unless you have become very mature over the years. When I was in my company, I was working in a mother and plant company. All the boys, colleagues told me that we have to go to Executive Ashoka Hotel. If anybody doesn't go, their job will be at stake and all, they told me. Then I went. It was a company party. I went. So there, all the big leaders were drinking. Yeah? They had soft drink, hard drink. When the boys picked up soft drink, they said, hey, you are all young guys. Take hard drinks. They were saying. And boys were trying out for the first time. They were drinking also. They were eating meat. They were drinking. They were learning smoking, everything. And the managers were running here and there with coat and suit like a horse. They lost their control. And my boss, my manager, Swami there, he came and said, Radheshyam, how did you come here? Yeah, sir, I said, everybody said, you have to come. It's very compulsory and all. Immediately he brought one packet of apples and gave me and said, please, you can carry on. He said, this is no good place for you. I was telling him. So they also know devotees have a different standard. Correct, no? So we can avoid. Of course, nobody can shake me there. If anybody comes and asks question, I will cross question them also. Because I was already planning to join full time, within a few months after that. Like if somebody asks me, hey, do you have the guts to hold a liquor bottle? If they say, I will ask them, do you have the guts to hold a beer bag? Isn't it? If somebody says, hey, do you have the guts to hold a cigarette? I will ask, do you have the guts to chant 16 rounds every day? Which devotees can do. If they can do nonsense, we can do something which makes good sense. Correct, no? So we all have to deal with materialistic people. But you are in a good circle now. This community is a beautiful community. So you can prefer to keep yourself in good sangha most of the time. If you have to go due to obligation, sometimes, to such places, keep it short. Even marriages, what devotees do, they will carry a gift, they will straight go to the bride and bridegroom, they will give the gift to them, spend some good moments with them. You can even make 5 minutes very valuable by reminding them something very close to the hearts of both, say something like that, and then meet their parents also. 5 minutes, 10 minutes you meet, and you slip out from there. People are asking, hey, she was here, he was here, where are they? Nobody knows. When you came, like you went like a wind. So there, escape from there. Correct, no? Yeah. Because if you hang around, they will catch you and take you to eat. And it is all non-devotee food. And they will be putting Hollywood, Bollywood music. And they take photos in different poses and everything. You will be fed up there. You are a devotee. Devotees will not like such places. Nowadays, what all they do in marriages, isn't it? That's not a place for us. So, therefore, devotees have to be shrewd in this connection. Taking care. You are honest, sincerely you are asking questions. So, what I spoke is not only for you, but all these devotees, because we are living in the material world, and we have, for grihasthas, to totally avoid materialistic association is not very easy. We have to sometimes deal with them. But what Narada Muni says, if any of your friends give you any advice, you nod the head very very forcefully like a bull nodding the head. Huh? They say. Because if you don't agree with them, they will force you to hear for a long time. When you tell them, wait a minute, I'll get my notebook and pen, tell me, you wrote down, as if you are very interested. After that, Narada says, hear it with this ear and leave it with this ear. Neither he says. Thank you. I have to leave at 8 o'clock because I have another session and I go back 8:40 to 9. I have another session. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Let us thank His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu. Be Lord enthusiastic. Prabhuji has a session at 8:40, then 2 o'clock in the morning, then 4 o'clock in the morning, then 7 o'clock in the morning. Prabhuji has completely packed his schedule. Still in this schedule, Prabhuji has made time for all of us. Every minute mattered. Thank you everybody for coming and participating. And I also very happy to inform that this time during the Rath Yatra season, Prabhuji is coming for 4 school Rath Yatra.
I saw the brochure made, very professional brochure for the Rath Yatra this time. Nowadays, many schools, colleges, if you professionally approach, they are accepting many spiritual institutions also. The way we present them. This time they presented very beautifully. Our Leelanpu showed me. That is why number of schools are increased now, correct now? How many this time? 36 schools this time. Last year it was 20. It was 10 only. Oh, big increment. So, and these schools have been screened and found out that they are ready for this kind of spiritual program, which means the school, the principal, the teachers and the children, they are very pious. I was telling Vilan Prabhu that we should try to do some kind of value education in these schools in future, because they are favorable schools, and it would be nice to give some once in 2 weeks or once in a month some Krishna conscious program for them. Such wonderful opportunity. So Leelan Prabhu is always in a mood of expanding Janmashtamis and Rath Yatras and Ram Navamis. So one festival after another, every year it is like becoming almost double. Very wonderful. Thank you.